Fuck it, I am a zombie right now. Right now on my campus there's a game of humans versus zombies going on. You start out with a group of entirely humans and one zombie, and the zombie goes around infecting people, so eventually you end up with factions of zombies and humans. The zombies wear bandanas on their heads, humans wear bandanas on their arms. I was a human until this morning, but then a zombie tagged me. So basically, zombies tag people and turn them into spreading the virus, turn them into zombies. But humans can throw socks to defeat the zombies, and if zombies don't feed by tagging other people within so many days, they starve to death. And you try and it's this kind of really paranoid fight between people on campus, looking over their shoulder everywhere they go, running whenever they see somebody who might have a headband or might have an armband. So it's quite fun, but paranoid. But speaking of zombies, have you read the Zombie Survival Guide? Awkward segue. It's a book. Zombie Survival Guide. I don't have it with me, or World War Z. I haven't read that. You wanted to know about books. I kind of feel like a bad nerd fighter because I haven't read all of John Green's books. I've only read Looking for Alaska and An Abundance of Catherines. I don't know exactly what I have with me, so I will probably just go through my pile of books. You can't see it right now, but I'll probably just go through my pile of books. But before that, my favorite book, Count of Monte Cristo. I love a good revenge story. It's one of those books I can read over and over and over again, and I don't enjoy it as much as when I had read it previously. I enjoy it more than when I read it previously, though I don't make a habit of reading it once every couple of weeks or anything like that. I'd just be obsessive. I mostly read like classics and a little bit of science fiction, and I do read other random things. Like I'm really fond of some of the books by Kazuo Ishiguro. I like to read a little bit of Scandinavian crime fiction too. Anyways, let's see what I've got here. I've got some books I've checked out from a library. The Darkest Room by Johan Theoren, Scandinavian crime fiction book I like. I've got some manga, which is unimportant unless you really like Blackjack, the character, not the card game. My journal, that's not really a novel, or at least not one I'll be publishing anytime soon. All Quiet on the Western Front, I need that for class. Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Rings. I have never read the entire I have never read any of the Lord of the Rings series, anything Tolkien, and I feel like a bad nerd for that. So I've had this sitting around, and I've been meaning to read it. Ooh, my handy-dandy book of mythology. I have some others at home, but I only brought the one with me. Even though my favorite mythology is really more Norse mythology than Greco-Roman stuff, and this is mostly Greco-Roman, Norse mythology gets like a sliver in back. Ooh, Wind Up Girl. This is a good sci-fi book. Girl Who Played with Fire, and I finished this, but I guess I've still got it lying around because I haven't started Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest yet because I'm waiting for it to come in paperback in America because I already own the other 2 books of the trilogy in paperback, and even though it's available in hardcover, I don't want to have the 2 paperback books in a hardcover book when I put them at my bookshelf. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo or The Girl Who Played with Fire. I haven't seen the films. I want to finish the entire trilogy. I've already read the first book, so it's not like the movie would be spoiling the plot for me. I just have this weird thing about movies based on books before I've read all of the books because I don't like having the movies change the way that my mind interprets the book, or especially visually. That's part of the reason I had such a hard time reading the Lord of the Rings series, because every time I start it, I go into it thinking of the films, which I don't know if that's a bad thing necessarily, but it just makes it difficult for me to read when I already have a visual idea of what's going to happen. I've got some Rurouni Kenshin. That's not really a book, that's manga. For a class. Book for class, might as well be a textbook once again. Spare journal for when I fill up the other one, and the textbook and something else for a class. So I guess all in all, I don't have all that many books that I actually own with me that I enjoy reading all that much. Most of them are just for class, so perhaps when I get the chance to, I'll be home in a couple weeks, maybe I can get a better representation of my reading preference in my personal library. Looks like I've got to go to class, so I will try and get this edited soon. Bye.